Hey, James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas. And if you need to find us online, just hop to tarpleymusic.com. So, a new line of TransAcoustics from Yamaha's are out. So, this is one of the handful of videos I get to do on these. And this particular one is the TransAcoustic TAG1E. So, it is the Dreadnought shape. There's also a concert shape that's real similar to this. And both of them come in natural and a sandburst, which is a nice kind of a simple burst. This one's special color is a translucent black, so it's very cool. So you got pretty much full black here on the outskirts, and then as it goes in, you can really see some wood grains, really transparent. So very, very cool. And that is a spruce top. And then, so this is mahogany back and sides with the dark kind of mahogany color to those. So real pretty. It's real classy looking. The binding, I think, was great because they did black binding, but there is a slight white stripe with the black binding. It really kind of separates it. So very cool. They are using walnut fingerboard and walnut bridge on these, which they've been doing on some of their mid-level guitars, and seems to be doing pretty well. I think it's pretty comfortable. It doesn't really bother me. And so urea, nut, and saddle. Of course, that is the Yamaha plastic material they use. It's easy to shape. It holds. It's great. Pretty standard there. And the fretboard is a 15 3/4 radius, so just about 16. Pretty flat. Should be good for strumming and some fingerstyle stuff to kind of, if you're to do both. So pretty full Dreadnought sound that can really handle kind of big O strumming and maybe some fingerstyle stuff too. Great songwriter's guitar, right? Probably a great gig guitar in the sense of just being able to control it with mahogany, right? So the neck is a mahogany neck as well, and it is a satin finish, which you generally want on your neck, so a gloss finish on everything else. Die-cast chrome tuners there. And then this is called their Blue Ripple sound hole inlay. It's kind of their rosette here. And it's really cool. This and even on the blue top one that we had in the concert series, it has that blue there as well. So it really sticks out on when this translucent black, because that little bit of blue is kind of cool there. So I'm not real sure what the story is behind with that blue ripple, but it's really cool. I like it's kind of become kind of a thing on their TransAcoustics that you see with that rosette. It's really, really cool. And of course, so it is TransAcoustic, so it does have a TransAcoustic System 70 in it, which is a pretty simple, low-key version of their TransAcoustic. So what is that if you're new to TransAcoustics? That is the material in here that essentially turns the guitar body into the speaker, so you're able to get two different reverbs and a chorus. Pretty cool. So there is a room reverb and a hall, and then there is a chorus, and there is knobs here to get how wet that signal is from dry to wet on all three, and then just a simple master volume from there and line out. So you can go directly in if you'd like. So, and that's what we're going to do when we play this. We want to be able to also feature it. Hey, it's just a good Dreadnought guitar, right? It does do all these other cool things too. Great, but so we are going to do some strumming and some fingerstyle guitar playing like we normally do. We're just going to mic it up. We'll go direct, and we'll also give you a combination of that. And then we're going to go through both reverbs and the chorus at about 50%, just so you can hear tonality of what it's doing. And then we'll have a segment where I'm just kind of exploring a little bit and doing different combinations of that stuff. And that just kind of scratches the surface of all the tones you can get out of it. All right, so we've heard this guitar on its own, but I want to take it and do a couple of tracks with some music I recorded earlier. All right, hit it, boys. All right, so the TAG1E. So this is one of two that we have currently done, and the other one was a concert style, and it would be really cool to see those side by side, I think. We might have to discuss a video there, just because essentially it's the same parts, but it's just a different body shape. Dreadnought. Yeah, so strumming, I did feel a little bit more full over Dreadnought sound to me. The concert was a little more comfortable with my body and hands because I'm small, I get small fingers. But essentially, very, very similar. So I would be really curious to kind of hear how the effects from the Dreadnought as opposed to the effects to the concert body style as well, because obviously there's a different amount of space going on here for the TransAcoustic part of it, right? But yeah, you can definitely check out the concert version of this as well. So, hey, what did you think? I don't know, we've kind of discussed this before, but I feel like the effects are getting a little better. They feel a little bit more natural coming out of it, maybe. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't done a TransAcoustic in a while, but it just seems like this is a technology they've really gotten really comfortable with. And a lot of people say, well, why? I'm like, well, for me, especially if I'm practicing or if I'm maybe songwriting or if I'm working on instrumental stuff like that and I'm outside or if I'm sitting in the studio and I don't want to plug everything up and go, but I do want a little reverb, I want to get some more life into it or maybe a little chorus, then I can literally just do it within the guitar itself and get that sound. So gimmicky? I don't think so. I think it's very usable in the broad spectrum of things. A lot of people would be like, well, is it gimmicky? I'm like, well, I don't look at a guitar and only think gig, right? Okay, am I writing with it? Is it a studio guitar? Is it where I'm going to be where I don't have any sort of electricity, so pedals isn't even an option? I mean, there's a lot of aspects to what the guitar. So gimmicky, no, right? In the right setting, it's a really, really cool thing. I love playing with them. I'm really impressed with the reverbs and the chorus that these current TransAcoustics have gotten out. So they're pretty addicting once you start playing with that. But from a songwriter standpoint, it's nice to have a little bit more life in the guitar, especially if you're in a dead room, right? So anyway, well, what do you think? What do you think of the TransAcoustics in general? So hopefully you got something out of this or got some interest in the guitars or you even just liked it for pure entertainment value. That's fine too. Just give us a like and let us know. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us out a lot. And we are dropping videos. We drop videos every week. And so we can let you know when they drop if you'd like to turn on the notifications. And hopefully, we'll see you on the next one.